Our traveler says that Tenduc has been the seat of Hong Kong's sovereignty. He has already said that it had been the scene of his final defeat. So again, Hong Kong is Wong Khan. Hong is the king and the Khan is the priest. So, Polo's talking about Tenduc as the seat of the priest king's sovereignty. Prester John. Sovereignty. He's already said that it had been the scene of his final defeat. So when they talk Tenduc, it's about to get real clear, man. We're just talking about here, America, connected with the Strait of Anian and Quivera. Quivera is Iberia. So anytime we talk China, they keep talking Chinese, we can pinpoint it now. We can say, alright, we know that Kapangu, we know that the Chinese sail upon this ocean. We know that this is a map of America showing King Henry VII, right? This is Cathay spelled with a C, a Q, or a K. This is Ptolemy's India. This is China, connected with Florida. So you're going to really get a clear picture of this Cathay. Let's go quickly, man. Let's get it, man. So the Tenduc is the Americas, the Chinese is the Americas. And the final defeat of Prester John, just like we got out the swords of the East, happened in Tenduc. And some would spell it the Tangut or Tenduc. But look how they interchange these things. He tells us that it was still the residence of his descendants in the reduced state. Reduced state again, just like the Shishita, they're in this decline. They're in this declining state, just like the so-called natives here, Once we are getting invaded, we know we're in a decline state. There's no way they took us in our, healthiest and most code-keeping state, So, to the last piece of information, he could speak as a witness, and he is corroborated by other evidence. But the second statement we have seen to be almost certainly erroneous. About the first, we cannot speak positively. Okay. Club Proth pointing out the true position of Tenduc. All right, we're talking about pointing out the true position of Tenduc in the vicinity of the great northern bend of the HaWah. And count the HUAs and HWAs. HaWah plays heavy in the Chinese flow, the Mongol flow, all that. In the native flow, the HUA, the HUE, HUI, all this stuff. The UA, the OAs, we got this before. So HaWah is everywhere. In the Hebrew root flow, we already know. And we're talking breadth and security. Quoting Chinese authorities to show that Diante or Diante Kurun was the name of a district or group of towns to the north of that bend, a name which he supposes to be the original of Polo's Tenduc. They're looking for the original. The general position entirely agrees with Marco's indications. It lies on his way eastward from Tenduc. Now we're talking Tangut, right? Okay, Florida, Tenduc, Indian Superior, man. We just talking North America, man. So whether we're talking Tangut, we know we're talking about you and me. We're talking TENDUC. We know we're talking about you and me. All this has to do with America, man. We got you surrounded, man. The truth got us surrounded, man. So, come. So this general position agrees. So they're just trying to figure out the origin of the name. We getting a drop out of this because, we putting the babies back to, Humpty Dumpty back together again. We getting the babies out the bathwater. The general position entirely agrees with Marco's indications. It lies on its way eastward from Tenduc towards Kaganor and Shang too, while in a latter passage he speaks of the Kara Mora. Kara Mora. I'm just surfing away, man. This Mora, we already know the car is the car, right? We get that by now. The Cara is the Kara, is the Qara, meaning black, melanated, copper color, not alike. This is what it means. So, and when we see the Kara Kata, we know it's still talking about Cathay. Now, the Moran, this reminds me of the Maranan, like the Mar Anan or Mar Anian. And what's the Maranan and what's the Mar Anian? That's when you have to look up the Amazon. So we've been talking about these longest rivers, right? We just been digging on it, right? So Amazon, second longest river system, right? Originally called the Mar Anan, or the Mara, or the Mora. So we's getting all this drop and connecting it right here in America. And it feels so good. Don't you agree? Now we're talking car more, or more, or the Amazon, or the Marina, Car Morana. Let's go. Having too much fun. It's a victory lap. To this car Moran, or the Marana, or the HaWah, in its lower course, as coming from the lands of Prester John. Body bag, right? Because we connected it already with America. We already connected Prester John with America, so we didn't, dissected this, man, and itty bitty bits and pieces, man. Done the recon, done the work, put the hours in, magnifying, these particular portions, digging on it, and then zooming back out and zooming back in, right? So, man, it's just easy work, right? The HaWahs are everywhere, the Karas are everywhere. We've been talking about the Shakora, like the Tupac Shakur. You don't think Big Mama Alfina Shakur know the indigenous name of Carolinas is Shakora? You don't think she knows, and she's born in North Carolina, man? But she knows about Tupac Amaru and the Inca flow and the Peru flow, but she don't know what's happening in the Carolinas, which she's born in. She don't know about the Shakar. You don't think they got nothing to do with the title Shakar? The Shakora? We're going to get back on the Shakora, man, because it plays heavy. They're connecting Shakora with the land of Prester John and the Carolinas, man. We're connecting the Carolinas with the Kara and the Kara Katai, right? So now they're saying it's coming from the lands of Prester John, right? Okay. Right. Because this puts us dang smack right there, the exact same orientation as the British Museum would put in the 1530s, right? Where this would be the Strait of Anian, right in the middle, connecting Asia Major, Asia Minor. It's only minor and major based on the players, man, based on the vortex. And this is why Prester John is right here in Anian, right in Quivera, right here. Holding up the Anian Regnum, holding up the Quivera Regnum, the kingdoms in America, man. Yeah, coming from the lands of Prester John, you cross the Anian, or the Mar Anan, or the, Tenduc flow, right? So this is going to connect you with the Prester on both sides of the strait, which is why Marco Polo is making it clear, giving you orientation pies, and orientation enchiladas, man. Coming from the lands of Prester John means what? That's how you get to the roots. Ain't all this Russia? Ain't all this Russia? And who are the roots? All right, we see clear. Who are the roots? This is what Russia's named after, right? But they're still Israel, Khan. So it's all one land connected, and these are the Saracens. We talked about the Arabs and the Arabi, Arabi propers, right? The Saracens, doomed diverses. This is what they wanted to take down, man. The kingdom here, the kingdom there, the kingdom everywhere whatsoever. To place your kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, and all that, and possess them and reduce you to perpetual slavery. And apply all your stuff to their successors. Apply it to their successors. The same way they came, convert or die, to you Americans, man. And they took the title Khan, which means priest in Hebrew. And they applied all your copper-colored things, because you were just found here, not brought here. Descendants. Descendants sounds a lot like successors. And they stole your kingdoms, God. They stole our kingdoms, man. This is what they finding coming from the lands of Prester John.